Michael Bristow. One of Sweden's most controversial journalists, Joakim Lamotte, is looking for new equipment after his was stolen while he was reporting on disturbances in Trollhättan near Gothenburg this week. He wanted to cover a subject that the Swedish mainstream media tends to avoid: antisocial behaviour by immigrant youths. Our Europe regional editor Mike Sanders has been speaking to him.
Joakim Lamotte is pretty close to a hate figure for the liberal press in Sweden. He used to work for the public service broadcaster, but now publishes on Facebook. This week he announced he was going into Trollhättan after dark to find out why hooded youths were throwing fireworks at police patrols. This is what he encountered. Police said some of the youths were dealing drugs but declined to comment on their ethnicity. Joakim Lamotte has no such reservations.
They are young men, immigrants or second-generation immigrants. This is one of the troubled areas in Sweden. I'm sad to say that every town in Sweden has one of these areas where it is hard for the journalists to work in, and the police, they often get attacked when they enter the area.
He says youths frequently insult, intimidate and even attack police. A police spokesman denied a report in a local newspaper that officers were ceasing patrols for their own safety. Joakim Lamotte says police are under orders to avoid confrontation. But that's not the way Swedish journalists like to portray the country, which has taken in large numbers of refugees from Syria, Iraq and Eritrea, and where official statistics show that nearly 1 in 4 people was born outside the country or has 2 foreign parents. Joakim Lamotte has drawn fire from one of the country's best-known journalists, Robert Aschberg, who campaigns against the anti-immigrant Sweden Democrats Party and the far right. But Joakim Lamotte says he's just reporting what he sees.
Often when you do these reports in Sweden, you're being called a racist because you point out these problems. And I don't care if people are immigrants or if they are Swedes. If they cannot behave, I do reports about it.
He says native Swedes have long abandoned the kind of neighbourhood he was reporting from this week. It's become a taboo subject, he says.
Swedish society has failed when it comes to this. They have not wanted to see these problems for what it is. They have closed their eyes and they do not want to talk about it, and they have not taken action. And I hope that the politicians in the future will take action, because we cannot have it this way in Sweden anymore.
As things stand, he says, the criminals have won.
Michael Sanders.